Hello ladies and gents, and welcome to a very special episode of Wedge Plays, which isn't actually a thing, is it? Well, it should be anyway. Might just be one where I play random games every now and again, but we're playing a bloody train simulator. And while people might be having aneurysms of boredom already, this has a purpose, I suppose, because with the Crash Palisade server, I'm going to be spending so much time building a railway station that I think it's only fair enough that we actually look at it in detail and why we're doing it and that kind of thing. So I picked this up on Steam yesterday for about £6. It'll be a lot more than that by now because I'm pretty sure the sale will have ended, but it's got the station that I'm basing the one on the Crash Palisade server. So we go into drive and career mode, we look at the Far Horizon career scenarios, yes, is that what it means? From St Pancras International to Faversham. So we'll go for that because this is where we're starting from, and this is what we're building something of. I don't know. Anyway, hooray for loading screens. Okay, well we've just spawned in our train at St Pancras. We've got to let the people on board first, so I'll open the doors, because that's probably a good thing. There's people just teleporting out of nowhere. Why are you taking a train if you can teleport? Unless this is a portal train that teleports you when you step through the door. Right, well we've got a minute or two, so let's examine the station itself. And considering it's a relatively rudimentary model of it, 3D model, it's pretty nice, you have to say. It's all very gothic, very imposing, very nice, as I say. And then of course there's the great big engine shed in here. We're not doing this bit, we'll do the arch bit over there. But the train's nearly filled up, so we should probably hop into the cab. And first thing to notice, you know, no steering wheel. I'm talking directly to one viewer here. There's no steering wheel on the train. Oh, it's dinging at me. What does the ding mean? It's because I set it in forward gear. Oh, beep. Cancel that. Cool. Yeah, no steering wheel. There's just a combined train brake and throttle, and a reverser, or a directional lever. So, considering we're here, let's just make sure everything's in order. Drive. Okay, we've definitely got power. There's something wrong. Let's see here. There's no power arm. That's what it is. Is that what's it called? Pantograph. Okay. Stick that up. That probably helps. Okay, let's take us back to no power. Ah, that's what it was. Yeah, it probably helps if we've got electricity to power the thing. Well, that's a good start, isn't it? Not enough power to drive the train. Let's have a look at the front. Hello, lady. It should probably have lights on. Oh dear. It looks like derpy hooves off that creepy My Little Pony thing that men in their 30s tend to enjoy. In fact, all men tend to enjoy, which is weird, but it tell me that's not a derpy train, because it really... Oh, wait, we're speeding. Probably not good. Let's slow down. We're only allowed to do 25 miles an hour here. It's really not happy with us about that. And we've lost 110 points off the bat, just because we were going a bit fast. But yeah, that is one derpy looking train. And there's another one there. That's very long. They've got two in the middle that are coupled. Fair enough, I suppose. You know, if that's how you get more people in and out. That does look strange. And we're going into a tunnel, I suppose. We probably want to go into the cab, and we can't see a thing because it's been raining, so windscreen wipers. Did that sign just say you could go 60 miles an hour national speed limit? I mean, I'd hope we could go a bit faster than that, because I've looked into this. This has got a maximum speed of 140 miles an hour. because I was looking it up, because I like to look things up before I play them. These are built by the Japanese, and they are pretty impressive. They're based on the bullet train, the actual thing that runs around Tokyo and that. And that's where a lot of the technology comes from, and they've imported it back to Britain. Oh, great, we're in a tunnel. And it's emergency braking. Be quiet, please. Yeah, this isn't exactly interesting. So once we get out of the tunnel, I'll be back. Would you look at that? We've emerged from the tunnel at last, and we've got to get to about... We've got to slow down, actually. We've got to stop now. Because we're pulling into a station. What's this? Stratford International P3. Platform 3, that must be. Let's cruise in. Makes a pretty cool noise, I have to say, considering it's a train. Okay, stop. Whoa! That sounds like some kind of warp drive reactors coming to a halt. Better get to the front so we don't, like, overshoot or something. Full power. Brake. Stop. There we go. There we go. That was pretty sweet, I have to say. Open door. Well, we got there on time, which is nice. Well, that was pretty impressive, and we actually get some daylight for a minute. This is Stratford, so this is like where they had the Olympics in 2012, but it's grey and there's no sign of any Olympic stadiums, which is a shame, and the station itself is just a massive pit in the middle of nowhere. Well, I say the middle of nowhere, it's more like southeast London. Oh, we should probably put the windscreen wiper back on. Oh, we got a bonus for being on time, that's nice. I guess away we go. 80 miles an hour. Now, since... Wait, why aren't we moving? I don't know, why aren't we should be moving? Oh, it's because the doors are open. Close. Why aren't they closing? There we go. Okay, let's try again. I'll leave it up a few seconds. I won't be happy about that. Power. It sounds good. Yeah, this sounds like the Starship Enterprise starting up. Yep. Mr. Sulu, take us out. All power to Warp Core 1 or whatever. I don't know. Space, the final frontier. These are the voyages of Southeastern Train. Its continuing mission to plough through Eastern London where it's full of scallies. That's a very scouse word, scally. Anyway, we're back into a tunnel. So what's this? A wormhole tunnel. Anyway, in the last little bit where I cut away for a while, I was having a look at this here. These dashboards, they tell us how fast we're allowed to go because we're going too fast to see anything. Like a number telling us what our speed is, or a signal or something. So it tells us on screen here. Whoa, it's beeping at me. Slow down. It's emergency braking. Cancel that. Behave. Okay, there we go. We only lost 7 points there. We can make it up, I'm sure. I don't know why it does that. I think it's trying to assume that I won't be able to stop in time, or I don't know what I'm doing. But every time we pass a flag by the side of the track, there'll be one coming up in about a third of a mile, according to that. Because that's meant to represent each of our signals there. And as we get closer, we get closer. They're like the boundaries or something. Because I think there's one there. What they do is they divide each section of track up into a block, and you know, no two trains are allowed to be in one block at a time, and if you're in the block right behind it, you've got to stop at the next signal or something, and then if you're in the block behind that, you get a caution, and then if you're in the block behind that, you get a green or something. I don't know. I don't drive trains for a living, so I'm not expected to know. But we've just gone past another one and we're still allowed to do 225 kilometers an hour. That's 140 miles an hour, which is quite fast if you ask me. It's not as fast as the Japanese or the French or the Germans or even the Spanish, but it's still quite fast. It's faster than normal trains in the UK go. I think the fastest they go is 125 miles an hour. But it's not bad. But probably it'd be quite badly delayed, and there's another alarm going off. We shouldn't have an alarm. Why are we alarming? No! Don't emergency me. We're fine. Stop. Cancel. I don't know why it's doing that. Have we got to hit a button or something to tell everyone we're not dead? I mean, I think trains have like a dead man switch or something, so that if you die while you're driving, you can't exactly carry on driving and crash into a school bus or something. I don't know, but it makes sense to me. Okay, so where are we going? Ebbsfleet International, Platform 6. I suppose I'll see you when we get there. Oh, we might not be there, but we're coming out of the tunnel, which is amazing. And there's one of those flags right there. Fair enough. No bleep. Anyway, I've worked out why it has a bit of a hissy fit at us every now and again. And it's stopped draining, I think. Oh, would you look, there's another one coming the other way. Is that our horn? Our horn's pretty pathetic. Hang on, we'll try again. We'll go for a... That is a bit sad. Very sad, actually. But yeah, it's saying we can go to... Oh, we were going to go to full speed, but I guess we can only do 200 now. I suppose we'll just carry on accelerating. Anyway, I've worked a little something out. Whenever it bleeps at us all of a sudden, it's because... We've got to hit that. That's it. It's to make sure we're not dead. You know, I was talking about the dead man switch thing. Well, with a high-speed train, they've sort of got to make sure that that actually works. So if we don't hit that quick enough, it puts the emergency brake on because it assumes we've had a heart attack. Which is nice of it. You know, it's more of a pessimist than I am. Well, it doesn't think we're going to make it quick. And now it's applying the emergency brake because we're going too fast and it's having a hissy fit again. It thinks it's like your mother, this train. It thinks it knows what it's doing, but, you know, you always say it doesn't. Come on, behave. There. Oh, now it wants us to stop. Okay. Fair enough. Okay, let's slow down then. If you know best, who am I to judge? But at least we're out of those blasted tunnels. I mean, we can get a trackside view now, I guess. But this is a bit of a pants trackside view, I must say. It's grinding to a halt with its derpy-looking headlamps. And we can stick our head out the side. I suppose we'll move up to the next signal. Considering it wants us to just stop. How fun. Just taking our fun right out of the whole high-speed train idea, aren't you? Just, you know, stop. We're meant to be there in 2 minutes as well, and you say, nope, sorry, you can't do that. That's not fair. That's very boring. And now it's put us on an emergency brake because we've gone past it. Well, how are we meant to get there? Was that thing on our track? Okay, I've acknowledged you. I think we screwed up. Oh, hallelujah, look at that. We can go to 225 kilometers an hour again now. Who'd have thought it? Maybe it was just a bug. Maybe it was just some idiot fat controller dude. Let's have a look at the other views, because now we can accelerate a bit. No, it's just that one again. Is that the only one they know how to do? I want something a bit more interesting than just a top-down. Oh well. I really quite like the water effects. That's a bad sign, isn't it? Come on, let's speed up. We can do better than this. I want to get us to full power. You You know, we've got these warp ion engines, whatever they are. Oh look, there's another one coming past. Imagine if two of these things crashed. That would be a massive disaster, wouldn't it? I mean, it'd just be like two tin cans crumpled together. And everyone on board gets turned into chicken liver pate. Oh, quick. Disable. Yeah, if we hit Q, it presses the button for us. We're not dead, thanks for being so considerate. We can stay alive. I mean, you know, they've got to be pretty low achievers if people can't stay alive for more than 5 minutes. Still no steering wheel. That's kind of the thing that you notice. But yeah, 163 kilometers an hour, that's not bad. Anyway, let's have another look round. We could do this. It's another top down. Can we not have something different, please? You've got to have a bit of a more imagination than that if you're a game coder. Nope, they're all top down. Never mind. What is this button? Oh, we're sitting in here. Oh, the stories I could tell you about that. And for one of our viewers, Olive's, this is probably her idea of hell, because last week, at least last week when I filmed it, she spent 16 hours on a train. 16! Which is insane. Oh, we can only do 200. That's a shame. Oh well. I suppose it's a really massive drop, actually. You know, saying in that video for the Crash Palisade server that time, trains don't really do inclines very well. I suppose these are the exception, considering they're that fast. You know, once they're moving, you can't stop them, and we're in another tunnel. Let's hit the brakes. Camila! Oh dear. Just slow down. I should really disable my Steam notifications. Come on, that'll do. But yeah, for poor Olive, she was on the train for 16 hours going from somewhere in Oregon to somewhere in California. I won't tell you where because you don't want to know. If you find her, she will probably gut you like a fish and then wear your eyes over her eyes or something like that. No, she likes steampunk things. Maybe she'll modify her steampunk goggles to have a pair of eyeballs stuck in them. Well, it wants us to do 100 kilometers an hour. And would you look at that? We're going to be like 7 minutes late. That is disgraceful, if you ask me. Okay, let's slow us down a bit. I mean, at least we're out of the tunnels again. But yeah, she'll have been used to this site, just sitting here, you know, nothing to do for 16 hours. And the thing is, you know, in Britain we complain that our trains are bad. And they're kind of, like, amazing compared to the US ones. Because I checked the journey, it's about 600 miles. With this, if it did 140 miles there, an hour there, it would be done in less than 5 hours. You know, it took her 16. She must have been doing like an average speed of about, I don't know, 40 miles an hour. It's insane. And now we've got to stop. How dull. Never mind. But at least we're pulling into the station, and they do say better late than never, so that's probably little comfort to the passengers. I mean, I know, because I pulled into London once 2 hours late. I was meant to be going to the Shard that day to explore, but I'm glad I didn't book a ticket, otherwise I'd been 40 quid worse off, and with having not done nothing with the money. And would you look at that, there's another train right there. No wonder it keeps stopping us though. I mean, if the train's derpy like that, you know, it's probably not a good idea to run it on the main line. Right, let's kill the power. Nearly there. Come on. Come on. Come on. Bit further. You see, I don't recognise any of these stations. I'm from about 250 miles away, so I don't use this that often. Come on, stop now. Excellent. We come to a halt right about there. It's good if you ask me. And the door's open, so let's have a little look around here. There's loads of cars. There's more train tracks over there. I don't know. But still no steering wheels. Past Ebbsfleet, you will need to switch to DC power. Ensure the train has stopped and that the reverser is in the neutral position. Press I to set the DC power mode, then press P to set the shoes down. Once the shoes line volt light illuminates, press P once again. Okay, that must mean we're not using the, whoa, no, I'm still alive. Shh, be quiet. That must mean we're not using the overhead lines anymore. Okay. Onwards, I guess. Oh, it chimed. Oh, we're not on high-speed track anymore. So the maximum speed we can do is 125 miles an hour. Yeah, the track looks a bit beaten up here now, doesn't it? Oh, everyone just spilled the drinks because we went flying around the corner too fast. Oh, how silly. So if that means national speed limit, that means we're switching over. This is chiming. Now, what that chime means is, because I'm a nerd, I looked it up. That's something called AWS, and they have like magnets between the tracks that are part of the signalling system, so that if the signal's not green, it gives you a warning, and if you don't respond to the warning, it puts the brakes on. So at least you don't have to keep being checked to make sure he's still alive, but it's a way of doing it. There's one of the magnets there, and there's a signal as well, so that's what it is. That makes sense. It's quite a nice chime as well. I'd have that as my doorbell. That's silly of me. Still, at least we're getting in eventually, even if we are 9 minutes late. Come on, max brake. Oh, there's a crap-looking train coming through. Okay then. That was a pretty perfect stop though, right at the end of the platform. The only problem is the doors aren't actually open. Until now. If you ask me though, half of it seems, well, it just doesn't seem worth it. I mean, if you're only travelling that far on high-speed track and you can't actually get that fast on the track, then what was the point in spending all the money? Now, I once said I wasn't ever going to let my videos get a bit political, but we could get political now. What a wasted time. Okay, so we've just lost 15,000 points for being late. That's bad. That's very bad. No, not 15,000, 1,500. Might as well have been, though. It was pretty disastrous, if you ask me. And we're only allowed to do 20 miles an hour. Well, that's a good start, isn't it? Silly thing. Looks like we're putting the windscreen wipers back on. No, wait, that's trying to open the doors. Eject the passengers onto the track and into the way of the oncoming train. Can we go faster than 20 yet? We can go 30, but we're about to be able to go 70. So let's power notch 2. I mean, we'll be going 70 in no time, and then we'll have to drop back to 50, and then 70. Why? Well, we're playing... This is like speed yo-yo. We go up to 50, then to 70, then back to 50, then probably back to 30. What a waste. That's an impressive looking building. It's either a mosque. Well, it's probably a mosque, but I've seen Indian takeaways that look like that. And now we're speeding. Why? Oh, great, because we've just been dropped back to 50 miles an hour, because that makes sense. I've still got the flaming windscreen wipers still on. I can turn them off now. And we're speeding again. For Crying out loud. Silly thing. Ding! Trees. Station. More trees. Bridge. Warped, deformed looking person. Tunnel. Substation thing. Being buzzed. Darkness. My soul. And look, there's a London bus depot. Wait, no, they're not all London buses. There's green ones. They're the imposters. They must be dealt with severely. Let's just sit here. We've got a cup of tea, couple of digestive biscuits and an iPad. Throw the iPad out the window. Oh, look, a crap looking train. They're all the poor people. And literally they are, you know, you've got to have copious amounts of cash lying around to be able to afford to use this train that I'm driving here. So if no one's getting on or off, why can't we just, you know, shut the doors and be on our way? And that's what they do with my train. If no one gets on or off, you just shut the doors straight away and you're off. You get there earlier. And I'm pretty sure that the passengers appreciate a bit more punctuality from me. I mean, look at that. We've lost another 1,074 points. Good grief. You know what I was saying earlier about poor people's trains? Well, they've still got to be pretty rich to ride on those, considering what they try and price for you. Year's season ticket would be something like £1,000. Probably a lot more. I don't know. I don't use the South East network. Stick with Merseyrail. Away we go. There goes another 192 points. Let's see if we can make it there. 7.24 miles to get to Faversham. You know what? If any train can do it, it's this one. It's expecting us to be there at 12:35. Let's try and get there a bit faster, shall we? We'll probably end up derailing the thing, but never mind. You know, if my passengers get there on time, then that's worth it. If they get there in one piece, though, that might be a different story. There might be several limbs. Instead of stopping at the platform, it stops in bits all over the town. 135 miles an hour. We're now faster than anything else on the network, at least. 138. 39. 40. 141. This is ridiculous. No, we're still alive. Come on. Getting there even faster. Bet's glad there's no cars on the track. They would have been blown to smithereens. Oh wait, the passenger's feeling a bit sick now because it's pretty bad drive quality. They're getting thrown all over the place around the back. Ignore the alarm. Carry on. 2 miles. Come on. We're going to have to do full emergency brake. We're a lot faster than we should be. It's on radar. And braking now. Don't care. We're gonna be fair. We're gonna be a minute early this rate. Come on. More alarms. Ignore. We're gonna make it. No, we're gonna overshoot, aren't we? Never mind. Jump off now if you want to get to where you're going. You have passed a signal of danger. Game over. Oh dear. Let's see what the final damage was. You scored 0. And we lost about 15,000 points along the way. Well, thank you for sticking with me throughout all of that and my disaster. I genuinely thought we were going to go off the rails at some point. Anyway, I'll see you next time, and hopefully you weren't too sick if you were a passenger.